everybody, what's going on? Nick here from actionfigurefury.com bringing you another video review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man action figure. This action figure came out quite a while ago, but it's still available now, so I'm going to take a look at him and maybe you'll be interested in buying him. Now the Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man action figure comes packaged in the standard Marvel Select bookend style packaging with the figure packed nicely inside. And you can also see his accessory base in the back, and then you got the Spider-Man logo there on the bottom. And he's also got his name there along the left-hand side. If we turn the packaging over to the side, you got some artwork from the movie. And if you take a look at the back, you can see the figure itself, and then two other figures that are also available. You got the Unmasked Spider-Man and the Lizard. There's also Disney Store exclusive versions for the Amazing Spider-Man movie figures, and they're long sold out, so good luck finding them. If you want to read the bio for the Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Select figure, you can go ahead and pause it there. But for now, we're gonna rip this guy open and see what he has in store. Okay, here we have the Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man action figure outside of the packaging. Let's take a closer look at him. He comes with this really awesome display base. He has little peg holes on there so you can stand on it and you can get some really cool poses. I'm sure you can get some really cool pictures. I think I'm going to have to take some after I finish this video. But he stays on there really good. The peg holes are really, really tight. And the paint's pretty good, and it looks just like an apartment building outside. It's got an air conditioner, good paint apps all over the place. The grass down there on the bottom. One thing that's kind of weird is it's not really tall enough if you put him just standing next to it. That's what it would be standing. So that's kind of weird. But one thing that's really cool is you can actually hang this thing on your wall just like a picture. It's got a little hook here, and so I thought that was really awesome. Display bases are always awesome. You can use them with other figures too, and Marvel Select usually has them with their figures. That's why I like Marvel Select figures. Anyways, let's take a look at Spider-Man. This is his look from the Amazing Spider-Man movie. And he's looking pretty good. His costume is fully textured and is really cool. It's all over the place, on his boots, on his head, on his helmet. And then where these black lines are, there's some deep texture on there. And I really like that. It really adds to the costume. The paint is kind of weird. I don't know. You can probably see it a little bit here, but it's kind of like light red here, dark red on his left shoulder, lighter red on this shoulder. And then the really weird thing is, if you look at his arms, then you got two different colors. His arms were molded a different color red than his upper arms and the rest of his body. It's kind of a bummer. Would have been cool if it was all the same color. Kind of would have made this guy awesome, to say the most. But you can see here his arms pop off, and you can put on one of the fists that come with him. He comes with 2 extra fists, and they just pop onto his little nub here. So let's take a look at the articulation on Spider-Man. You can move his head up and down a little bit, and then you can spin it all the way around. He's got a normal hinge shoulder. You can go up higher than normal, and then it can spin all the way around. It's got a bicep swivel. It's got a single hinged elbow, can bend a little more than 90 degrees. And then we got swivel hinge wrists, which can bend in and out and spin at the forearm there. There's no swivel on the wrist. Torso joint, really good torso joint, all directions movement, and then his hips were sculpted pretty perfectly for this character. Spider-Man usually has his legs going really far forward, so they sculpted out the front of his hips and gave him some really nice ball joint hips. They can go out and in, do the splits. Articulation's pretty good. The limiting thing is that's as far back as you're going to get him to go. But Spider-Man usually has his legs going forward anyway, doing all kinds of flying poses and stuff. So articulation on his hips is great. Double jointed knees. And we got a swivel at the top of the boot. And then we got pivot ankles. We also got the peg holes in the bottom that you can hook right onto these pipes right here. Here's a quick size comparison. You gotta remember Marvel Select figures are bigger than Marvel Legends. You got a Marvel Legends right there, and Spider-Man's about a ½ an inch taller than a Marvel Legend. So there you have it. There's my review of the Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man action figure. Overall, he's a pretty good figure. The one thing that really bums me out is this forearm discoloration. It's completely different than the rest of his suit. That's a really big bummer. It would have been nice for them to all be the same color. I mean, it's the same suit, right? So that was the really big bummer. Otherwise, the paint is really good. The sculpt is really good. The articulation is really good. You can get some really deep poses. And then this awesome base is really awesome too. I didn't know that there was peg holes on here until I opened him up, but that is a really great addition. Allowing him to climb up the wall, doing Spider-Man things. How cool is that? If you're interested in buying this figure, you can check out some of the links in the description below. And for all the best action figure and toy news, check out actionfigurefury.com. I'll see you guys next time.